Over 50% Black families experience verbal abuse. Verbal abuse is often subtle, yet profoundly damaging. Yet it goes unnoticed in many Black families. Verbal abuse involves using words to hurt, demean, or control another person. Examples include name-calling, "You're worthless," yelling, "You'll never get it right," belittling, "You're so stupid," constant criticism, "Why can't you be more like your sibling?" and threatening, "If you don't do it, you'll regret it." This type of abuse can destroy self-esteem, foster anxiety, and create long-term emotional wounds. It often goes unnoticed because there are no visible scars, but the damage runs deep. Recognizing and addressing verbal abuse is essential for building healthier relationships and breaking harmful cycles. The effects of verbal abuse ripple through families, impacting mental health and relationships, sometimes tearing families apart. I was told by my mother not to marry someone, and if I did, I would be cursed, and so would my children. Nothing would work out for me. She went as far as lying to the authorities and ceasing my passport so I wouldn't be able to travel with my husband. Sadly, my mom did not attend my wedding and forbade her family from attending too. After my first child was born and she was informed, she said she had no name for her first grandson and didn't want to see us. This was saddening. Forms of verbal abuse, such as manipulation and derogatory language, create lasting scars by targeting a person's emotional well-being and sense of self. Manipulation uses guilt, deceit, or control to erode trust and autonomy, leaving the victim doubting their own judgment. Derogatory language, such as insults or slurs, attacks self-esteem, causing feelings of worthlessness and insecurity. Over time, these words and patterns embed themselves in the victim's psyche, shaping how they view themselves and their relationships. This emotional harm often leads to anxiety, depression, and difficulties in forming healthy connections. The scars persist because words, unlike physical wounds, replay in the mind long after they are spoken. No one deserves verbal abuse or any form of mistreatment. Every individual has inherent worth and dignity, and no one should be subjected to words or actions that diminish their sense of self or well-being. Verbal abuse goes beyond words. It is a form of emotional devastation that deeply wounds a person's psyche. It undermines self-worth and creates a constant state of fear, leading to lasting anxiety and difficulty trusting others. Over time, these effects shape how victims perceive themselves and their ability to navigate relationships, leaving scars that require significant healing. Abuse, in any form, is a reflection of the abuser's unresolved issues and not the victim's value. Everyone deserves respect, kindness, and the freedom to grow in a safe and supportive environment. Recognizing this is the first step toward healing and creating healthier relationships. Recognizing and addressing verbal abuse is crucial, particularly in Black families where cultural norms often discourage children from speaking up. Children are taught that responding to elders, even when being cursed or demeaned, is considered disrespectful. This dynamic silences their voice and normalizes harmful communication patterns. Encouraging children to express themselves respectfully fosters confidence, understanding, and stronger family bonds. Let's break the cycle together.